It's week 14 of the National Football League, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Here's 2nd and 8. Into space at the 45. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the gun, Bigsby. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2nd down. Here's a run with Bigsby. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now back Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And
they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now it's third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Dorsett. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. A.J. Osborne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go. At the 37-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. To about the 26 here. The Lions at 500 hit 6-6, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Stroud. And this one is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm. Only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. And now out comes Minnesota. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 63 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Stroud now on second down. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes third and the length of the football.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The throwing again is Stroud. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Now the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On third down, here's Bigsby.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, come on. Hit. Hurry, hurry.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Stroud looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Stroud off the play fake.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Viking 18.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's long. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Again, it's Henry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Ready!
Inside handoff, Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Dragon 60. 19 light. Ready?
Stroud on third down now. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 36 yards. And the Lions have cut the lead back down to 2.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Well, they had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now, throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Throws up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Reno! 18 Cardinals.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught by Addison. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, 31 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
60 by 6. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
Play action. Stroud now. That is caught by Laporta. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay,
Back
ready?
now at Ford Field. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
The 46-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Right side to Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right down Broadway. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend of the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 55 yards. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will. Away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Ready.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Troy, 62 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Stroud to throw it. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 3rd down and 4. Back to throw here.
Evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Lions down by 5, 57 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Here we go, set. Buffalo 18. Go.
Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Go.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, a quick throw there is incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT.
Encroachment defense.
So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. Wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Come 19.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles.